how to transcend competition and dominate for sub-publishers, authors, or anyone else tired of following the herd. Here's what's going through your mind. Why should I listen to you? Whenever I watch a video, I think, why should I listen to this person? Maybe you're thinking my hair is not in a straight line, or you think that my accent is not perfect, or my English is not perfect. So you will have many different reasons not to listen to me. But I'll tell you that I have the results to prove to you that I know what I'm talking about. I built a 7-figure publishing business. I've been publishing for 8.5 years, and I published over 1,500 titles. And I learn, and I continuously learn. And the only thing I can do in these videos is to share how I see publishing and what's working for me. So the only thing that you can expect from this video is that I will give you the truth as I see it. And you can take it or leave it. You can follow someone else. You can be confused like these people. But if someone has the result that you want, doesn't it make sense to follow and listen to what they have to say? Even if you don't agree to my advice, then what have you lost? You've gotten a new perspective. So stay with this video and listen to what I'm about to say, because it might change everything for you. So my promise to you is that I will show you how I see publishing. I will show you the current state of the marketplace, and I will show you how I see the future and where we're going. If the world is ending in terms of publishing, I'll share everything with how I see it. So stay with the video, stay focused. So let's first go over how to follow the herd, how to worry about the competition and have a stressful existence. So rule number 1, make competition or beating your competition your main focus. Rule number 2, fish where everyone else is fishing. And rule number 3, do what everyone else is doing and get frustrated when you get the same results as everyone else, which is what? Average. So this is how to follow the herd. I laid it out step by step. You got all the rules. If this is your route that you want to take, just follow these steps. Now I will give you the ultimate drawing example so you can see how this will play out. Okay? So here we have a fisherman. He's got some fishes. And look at this. Maybe there's coming even more fishes. Wow, this looks beautiful, doesn't it? Oh, 4 fishes. Look at this happy fisherman over here. But what happens? Here's another fisherman. And another one. And another one. Now, what started off as 4 fishes for one fisherman has become 1 fish for each fisherman. But now, look at this. What's happening? The boats are just continuously coming. Oh, they're overlaying each other. What is this? This is the red ocean, where everyone else is fishing. This is what happens if you do what everyone else is doing. And if you want to do that, be my guest. Now let's talk about what I prefer to do and what I think is a smarter route. But hey, who am I to tell you what to do and what not to do? So how to transcend competition and dominate without even trying to dominate. So rule number 1, make your reader or your customer your main focus. Rule number 2, find an undiscovered fishing spot. And rule number 3, do what everyone else is not doing, but what the customer wants. And rule 4, focus on one customer avatar for a long time. Let's go through another drawing example. Look at this. What a beautiful boat. It's got so many fishes around them, different types of fishes. Now, this is an example of a blue ocean. Now, how can we get a blue ocean? That's the question. The answer is that we aim to be unique in what we're doing. And how can we be unique? Well, if you follow my videos, you'll discover how to be unique. Step by step, I might even show you. Now, how can this look in reality? I will show you very soon how this can look, how we can get a blue ocean. But first, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about what is happening in book publishing. So we're seeing more and more books, more and more publishers are coming in. And what is happening is that the bids are increasing, for example, for Amazon ads. It's even being taught as a strategy to outbid the competition, etc. People are using that as a strategy to dominate. Now, what will happen? The profit for the average publisher will get less and less, and it will take longer and longer to recoup the investment. And I think that the books will have a shorter shelf life. And my question to you is, what options do you have? Do you want to continue to go down this road where you see that the ocean is getting redder and redder? Is that really where we want to be? Ask yourself that question, because I think it's a worthy question to ask yourself when it comes to book publishing now. We're not in 2012, we're not in 2015, we're in 2024 as of the recording of this video. So things are changing, and they're changing fast with AI and everything that's going on. So let's take a look at some red oceans. What do we have here? We have book publishers going after this Native American herbalist Bible. And we see 20 books in one, 13 books in one. What is this? 25 books in one. And you see the ranking for this book is not particularly good, even though they have 344 reviews, and they've got 25 books in one. And look at these covers. They almost look identical. Similar colors, everything. Look at this, 311 reviews. Look at this ranking. It's not even selling one book per day. Now what happens if we open the book, read the sample? You can see they haven't even added a text on the back. And I'm not bashing this publisher. I'm not, but how is this one book? Book 14, it's how many pages? 18 to 24? How many pages is that? 6 pages? So we have a 6-page book. Frustrating to read due to the frequent lack of spaces between words. Entire sentences repeated. Missing punctuations. And we can go on and on. This just continues. Page 3. We see more and more books. Is this where you want to be? In this red ocean? Look at this. 52 reviews. Million in ranking. So if this is where you want to be my guest. Let's take another example. Share yoga for seniors. Profitable keyword, but what is happening? Books coming every day almost. May 28. What is this? Now I will give this publisher an advice, and that is to change the author name on the cover. Now, I think this is a good publisher overall, so I'm not going to bash this publisher, but you can see what is happening. We see more and more books coming. And yes, you're seeing good rankings for these books, but I would not be surprised if a lot of these publishers are bidding very high to get these types of rankings. So if they're making a profit, that's questionable. And yeah, sure, we see on several pages, but we see they are starting to get a lot of reviews. So this is another example of a red ocean, where it will be more and more books. And what you're not seeing is all the books that are not making money. And I'm not trying to be critical towards anyone's approach. I've done these mistakes, or if you either, I mean, it might not even be a mistake if you're making money from this. Go ahead, do it. But I want to give you examples of red seas so you can see, okay, do you want to be here, or would you like to be somewhere else? So here you can see 35 reviews. The cover is quite good. And everyone is doing this 28 days, 10 minutes a day. Everyone is promising the best of the best pretty much right now. So the titles are all looking very similar, etc. You can see Share Yoga, 112 reviews. Let's see. Okay, let's now talk about creating a blue ocean and how that might look. So here we have this person as an example. We can see that he's focusing on one customer avatar, people who want to get fit, and he's been doing it for years. And we can see that his books have a lot of reviews. And if we take a look, he's built a social media, he's built a following. And let's take a look at this book. Now, which one do you think have a higher chance of getting reviews up to 15,000? These Share Yoga, they're doing the same as everyone else, or these books, or this one who's building an audience and focusing on one customer avatar. See, it's selling for $22 and it's ranked 2,900 in books. So it's selling well, and he's probably making a lot of money from this book. It's quite a long book. Let's take another example. This publisher. He's focusing on the customer. He's focusing on helping people solve problems in one niche. And he is probably not worrying about the competition because he has his own ecosystem. Sure, he's fishing where other people are fishing, but he's fishing in his own pond. And he has fences around it. There's no one allowed to use his particular email address, etc. He's sending out emails to people when he's got a new book, when he's got a new product, and that email is only sent from him. Here's another example. Here we have someone who's only focusing on these activity books and building a brand in terms of coloring books or word searches, etc. And what happens? Here we see one book, 5,000, another book, 236. So these people are creating their own oceans, their own blue oceans. There's so many ways that these books can be found. For example, the customer also bought. And perhaps there are several thousand people following this author page. This is their own blue ocean. All the people following this, they have so many fishes underneath here that no one else can touch. Because when Amazon sends out an email saying that Kite Fox Publishing has published a new book, who gets to see that? Not the competition, the customers. Here we have in the kids category, this one Bluey. What's stopping us from creating a character that is unique and that people can follow? We can follow his journey and the lessons he learned, etc. What's stopping us from doing something similar and creating our own character, which no one can copy? Look at this. And this is just one book. They probably have a lot of books like this. For Dummies. For Dummies was started in 1991. So it hasn't been around for that long. And what have they done? They have a unique angle where they are trying to simplify topics that might be complex, for example, investing or starting a business or personal finance. And they're solving problems for people who want a dumbed down solution, which are many people. People just want a simplified version. They don't always want to be stuck reading books that are so hard to follow and understand and talk on a university level. Sometimes people just want simple. And here I search for busy moms. That's an example of targeting a specific group of people. So busy moms. What do we have here? Here we have someone who's doing social media, motherhood, freelancing, author. So she has her own niche that she's building. She's building her own audience of very specific people. So for example, cooking for busy moms. Maybe it's cleaning for busy moms. Organization for busy moms. Meal prepping. Time saving. You can see all these problems that these people are able to solve for one specific customer. So there's a book called 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. And in this book, he talks about creating a monopoly. So going from 0 to 1, that means that we're creating something completely unique. If we take a look at, for example, Facebook, Twitter, etc., this is what their growth graph looks like. It compounds with time and eventually it goes up like this. Now, in the beginning, it's slow, but as more and more people are getting interested in with this singular focus, they're able to get a graph like this. Same as with Twitter. So they're not focusing on making money in these stages. They're solely focusing on building a customer base and providing value. So what if we take a long-term approach and we do the same thing? That instead of focusing on making a return on investment within 3 months, we focus on building something valuable, something that can grow like this, that can compound and snowball. That's a better approach, because imagine doing publishing like this for 10 years and you're not really building anything of value. Let's say you publish one book like this, then you publish another book in another niche, and then another book in another niche. All these books are separated from each other. They're not building on each other, and they're not building anything that can attach to it. So if you're rolling a snowball, it starts very small, but as you're rolling it bigger and bigger, more and more gets attached to it. And that's what happens with these companies that focus on one problem and solving one problem for one specific customer avatar. So what's next? My advice for you, and it would be my advice to myself, it's to listen to what I have to say, because I have a proven track record. I'm passionate about publishing. You could argue that I'm even obsessed at some points. I'm standing in the shower and this is the idea I got for a video. This is what I'm thinking about. This is what I'm thinking about in my own publishing business. And ideally I should have made another video today, but I want to get this video out because it's something that's on my mind. And it's something that I see from 8.5 years of experience. This is how I see publishing now. And I believe that my content, the videos I will make, they will be unique and they will be on a higher level thinking. So if you want very basic, I'll have that too. I'll cover the base. But if you want something that's really unique and that can give you an edge, then I think this is the place to be. So my question to you is, can you afford not to subscribe to this channel? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.